excited. It's happening. We are doing it. Here we go. Hi guys, and welcome to the very first episode of Jasmine, Tosh Lately. This is so exciting, you guys. I am here at London House, Chicago. I'm looking at the beautiful Chicago River in front of me. It's literally right outside of my window, sparkling in the sun. I love Chicago in the summertime, and I thought this would be the best city for me to start my podcast in while I'm here traveling. Jasmine, Tosh Lately is a podcast. It's basically girl talk traveling. You will be with me at all of my hotel rooms that I travel to around the world, and I'm so excited to finally start this podcast. You guys have no idea. I've been wanting to do this for over a year now. In fact, I've had my podcast microphones for quite a while, and I finally decided the time is now. The right time is now. There is no perfect time to start anything. There's no perfect time. It doesn't exist. The right time is now. So my time is now, and welcome to my podcast. I'm so happy you are here with me in my room in Chicago. Now, I wanted to start this off, since it is my first episode, with a bottle of champagne. Okay, I have it here on ice in my room. I really hope it is cold now. So yes, hopefully it is. If it's not, that's okay. We'll still have a sip to cheers. So I'm going to go ahead and open the bottle. I'm actually terrified of opening champagne bottles, so bear with me. We'll see how it goes. Okay, and I also have chocolate-covered strawberries here given to me. Let's see if I can pick this up. The hotel gave me these beautiful chocolate strawberries, and they're covered in 24 karat gold flakes and flowers. Wow. So I will go ahead and eat one of those at the end of the podcast to celebrate we filmed an episode together. Okay, guys, let's have some champagne and then we'll get into it. Okay. Here we go. Oh my gosh, I'm actually terrified. I feel like Louis just came over. My Pomeranian Louis is here with me. I am actually terrified that this is just going to, okay, let's see, just come off by itself. We'll see. Does anyone else have this fear that it's just gonna pop off by itself and splatter everywhere? Let me move my microphone. Hi, Louie. Okay, here we go. Okay, woo, there we go. First part's over. Okay, ready, guys? The first episode of Jasmine, Tosh Lately starts now. Come on. I did just put on lotion, so bear with me. My hands are so slippery. I might need to stand up. Yeah, my hands are really slippery. Okay, I'm gonna have to use my robe for this. Sorry, guys. This was not planned. Let's see. Oh my goodness. Wow, this is a tough bottle. I really can't get it. How many years old is this where I can't get it open? Hang on. Well, this is a fail as far as the champagne bottle goes. Let's see. We're going to keep going until we get it. Here we go. I hope you guys like my hair. I just got it blown out today. Oh my gosh. And this is why we're never doing this again on a podcast. Oh, woo, here we go. Woo! Yes. Oh my God. Only 20 minutes later, we got it open, and now I'm pouring myself a glass of champagne to celebrate. Yes. That was so funny, you guys. Oh, never a dull moment with me. but I'm never doing that again on my podcast. I will have it already opened. All right, guys. Cheers. That's not very. That wasn't a full glass. Okay, here we go. Let's get into it. Okay, this is also why I'm double mic'd for things like this. So cheers, guys, to the first episode with me. And also, make sure you are subscribed to my YouTube channel because the Chicago vlog will be incredible. I mean, look at this hotel room. It's so gorgeous. I'm so lucky to be here. I'm so lucky to, travel the world and collaborate with hotels and have free hotels wherever I stay. I think that is truly a blessing. And although it is hard work, don't get me wrong, I hadn't had one bite of food today until 3:30 because I was just running on coffee and getting all the work done I needed to get done. It's a lot, but I'm so blessed. I'm so grateful. And I'm so thankful to be here. So cheers again to that, and cheers to hardworking, entrepreneurs, and just never giving up on your dreams, and cheers to not giving up on yourself. Keep chasing your dreams. Okay, let's get into it. And I apologize in advance if you can hear the cars and the rush hour happening down there, but if you want to see a glimpse of this beautiful river I'm looking at right now, the Chicago River, if you want to see that, make sure you watch my Chicago vlog, which will be up for sure by the time this podcast goes up. Okay, so we're going to get into it. So, being that this podcast will be in hotel rooms, prepare to see me in a robe and slippers a lot, but with fabulous hair. Okay, so on today's episode, I would love to talk about being a boss babe, boss woman, boss lady, being a boss, regardless of who you are. I want to get into what that means and understanding the flow. Okay, I get asked almost every day on social media and emails by women I meet just out and about at events. Everyone always asks me, how do you become an influencer? And how do you become successful at it? Well, first of all, a lot of you may know this, but I started in 2013. I've been doing this for a long time, you guys, but when I first started, it was just my passion. I actually wasn't even expecting to make money off of what I was doing off of Instagram back then. I was not even thinking it would be an actual career for me. I just kind of followed my passion. I started by documenting my outfits on Instagram and with a professional camera. And brands started reaching out to me, PR companies started reaching out to me, and then I started charging rates. So a few celebrity PR companies reached out to me because the celebrities had their own clothing lines. For example, the Kardashian sisters, back then, they had a brand called Kardashian Closet with a K, and their line was specifically sold at Sears. And when their PR reached out to me, I was so excited. I hired a makeup artist, and I shot the clothing they sent me with my, boyfriend at the time, and because he was the one who took my photos. And then I had a makeup artist do my makeup Kim Kardashian style, which it was a lot of makeup, it wasn't me at all. But Kim Kardashian ended up reposting that picture series of me on her website and her Instagram, and I do have a screenshot of it to remember it. And that was my big first, my first big break. I got a lot of followers from that, and I thought it was really cool. I think maybe Chloe or Courtney reposted it too, but Kim posted it on her blog website. Blogs were so big back then, and yeah. And then, oops, we're spilling champagne over here. And then Kelly Osbourne's PR reached out to me because she started a clothing line, and This was like 2014, guys, 2015. And she followed me after seeing like the photos. The photos were so cute. And she's still following me till this day. I think that's so cute. She's so sweet. Sofia Vergara is also following me. Paris Hilton. These are celebrities I've worked with through their, their own brands, and or meeting them at events, and they become like, work relationships and work friends. So I really appreciate social media because of that. And I've been doing it a long time. So I would say my best advice is to follow your dreams, but keep at it, keep working towards it, because if you just put it under the rug, under the back burner, and you just don't really put effort into it, but you want to be like a famous influencer or whatever it is you want to be, a well-known influencer, you have to put in the work. It's not going to happen overnight. So I've been doing it for a really long time. It's literally, I work 24/7. If I take off a day or two, I notice how it affects my business. So I don't take any days off. Absolutely not. I actually plan it to this might be TMI, but actually on this podcast, it's really not, because we're talking about everything here. So basically, when I have a day where I know, for example, I'm not going to feel well, when I have a heavy period, I will take that day. I don't want to see people leave my house, none of that. So I will take that day, and I will go ahead and work and edit videos from my office, from my couch, whatever. And that's a day I will just edit all the stuff I have to edit. And that's how I do that. There are days where I plan out, I'm not wearing makeup this day, just because there has to be some kind of balance. Okay. And that is what we're going to get into. That's a key to my, for sure, success. I have such good work ethic, but there's a lot more to it. So basically, I think, in my opinion, being a boss babe means, it doesn't mean you're a millionaire yet, okay? It doesn't mean you're financially stable, but your end goal is to be financially stable by the hard work you're putting in daily. Exactly. The end goal is abundance. So a lot of entrepreneurs are in debt, but they do have an end goal, and they hope to, make their investments to make, they hope that their investments make them lots of money. And you have to spend money to make money, guys. Don't forget that. If you want to do what I'm doing, you have to buy the tripod, the camera, make sure you have a new iPhone, get multiple chargers. You have to have a Bluetooth remote, a backup battery charger. You have to have all of these things, microphones. But once you do, and you put in the work, I guarantee you will get somewhere. You want to stand out from other people. You want to be professional. Keep that in mind. With whatever industry you're in, not just being an influencer. I'm just an influencer, so I'm telling you guys from my point of view, from my perspective. So I truly, forgive me, I'm drinking champagne and it's getting a little warm in here. So if I have a glow, that's what it is. So the end goal is abundance, okay? You get to abundance by the flow. Let me explain to you what the flow is. I just told you that I work 24/7. And at this point in my life, starting this new podcast and making sure it's filmed in a hotel room, every week, every month, I have to be on my A game. Okay? I can't just go out and mingle and, I can't be in the south of France right now just hanging out. If I'm going to travel, it has to be a work trip, and that's kind of how I run my business. It is fun. I get to see my friends. You see me in my vlogs having dinner with girlfriends, going to events, etc. But you're also seeing it, right? So that means I've filmed, I've edited, and it's still work for me. So I'm always working, you guys. There's always something to do. There's always something to post. There's always a brand that I'm working with that I want to share with you guys. And I love doing that. That's my job. So that is what I'm talking about. The flow includes multiple sources of income that allows everything to flow together. It is so important to have multiple sources of income. I know you guys probably know this already. I definitely believe in this, and I'm trying to push and push and push more and more sources of income. I've heard tons of millionaires say this, like this is their way of staying millionaires, is like you have to have different sources of income. Okay, for me, it's like affiliate sales, like commission, paid collaborations, endorsements, YouTube, Instagram, this podcast. Those are my multiple sources of income. I'm also a licensed Florida real estate agent, so that is something I also have. So I have all of these things on my table, and I'm making sure that the flow is always bringing in money. I'm always doing something to make sure money is coming in. And whatever you're doing, whatever career you have or choose, make sure that that is the case for you. Like if you're, I don't know, a school teacher, okay, that's amazing. But make sure you're doing something like maybe you're selling your outfits on Poshmark, okay, to make an extra income. Definitely sell things you no longer wear. Make sure that money is not just sitting in your closet. Keep the things you love. But if it's something like that was a gift you don't like, or whatever it may be, if you don't want to wear the same green dress out with the girls for the 8th time, sell it. Sell it. If anything, get a new dress with the money, but if you don't want to wear it anymore, if you don't like it, just sell it, okay? There's probably a ton of money sitting in your house that you guys have no idea about. Sell it on Depop, sell it on Poshmark, sell it on eBay, sell it. Have that extra income. So the flow is truly, how I've gotten to where I am today, 100%. That's a part of being a boss babe, and that is the best advice I can give you. You have to make sure you're making money in your sleep, and it's okay if it's not like $100,000 the first year or whatever. It's okay. You have to start somewhere. Even if you're making $40 in your sleep, it's okay. It's better than nothing, right? Because last week you weren't making anything while you were sleeping, and now that you're selling things on Poshmark or Depop, you're making a couple extra $100. So how do you achieve the flow? Well, having a routine and goals is the easiest way to achieve the flow. I have a set routine. There's no way I could travel and, film a podcast and a vlog and do everything that I do without routine. I wake up around the same time every morning. I walk Louie. That helps me get outside, get fresh air, move my body. And then I kind of just start with emails and go from there. I always create a to-do list every morning, whether it's a small task or a huge one, and I kind of put them in order of how I want to accomplish them throughout the day. And that deeply helps with me being super, super productive. So definitely having a routine and, also have some ambition, see yourself where you want to be and start living like that person. If you love Chanel bags and you've always wanted one and you don't have one, make it a point to go to a Chanel store and just look around, touch the bags, manifest. Just live in the environment of the person that you want to be. If you want to be super rich, make sure you're just surrounded by abundance, and make sure you're never the smartest person in the room, because that's the first start right there. Make sure you're constantly learning from people who are more successful from you, people who are wealthier than you. Learn from them. That's going to help you more than anything. So yes, that is huge. Routine, and ambition. Work ethic. Okay. Also, I really recommend pushing yourself out of your comfort zone on a daily basis. For example, I wouldn't be where I am today if I did not push myself out of my comfort zone. I was afraid to even start a YouTube channel. Just like 3 years ago, I was super, super scared. And now I'm like, that's my, one of my main like sources of income is through YouTube. And I'm just so proud of myself. I pushed myself and I learned I was such a great editor. I'm a great video editor. I do everything on my own. I film, direct, cast in it. I do everything for my YouTube channel. So pushing yourself out of your comfort zone will take you places you have never imagined. Like, look where I am right now. I'm making such amazing vlogs and I'm traveling so much and it's all going on YouTube. It's for you guys. So I'm so proud of myself. Pushing myself out of my comfort zone right now means I would love to sit here and watch the sunset, which you can probably see setting on me right now. It's giving me this like sunny glow. I would love to sit here on these wonderful 3 pillows and take a power nap, you know, which I do believe power naps are good sometimes, you know, when you have the time for them. But I need to actually put on this yellow dress hanging behind me and go to the rooftop of this hotel, which I have yet to see, vlog it, and somehow make videos of me by myself, completely alone, with this dress on. And that is a part of my job. And if I don't do that, it affects my job, my deliverables to the hotel, my career, my schedule. It affects everything. So I need to do that. So that is what I'm talking about, guys. Push yourself out of your comfort zone. Millionaires are millionaires because they do things that other people don't want to do. They are constantly working when people don't want to work. They're working on the weekend when people are on other people's boats partying, okay? You're partying on a millionaire's boat because you're not the millionaire. So why don't you put in work and become the millionaire? So, something to think about. I also wanted to talk about very quickly before I close out the podcast today is we're going to talk about how the universe tests you before you're about to level up. And you can call it God, you can call it the universe, you can call it whatever you may, but I will say the universe has tested me before coming here to film this podcast. The sun is going away, so I hope the lighting is still good for you guys. And if you're just listening to this, then thank you for listening in while I'm drinking this champagne. If I'm starting to slur my words, it's because I've gotten maybe 4 hours of sleep and I'm here filming, but my hair looks great. Okay, guys, so basically yesterday on my way to Chicago, I had a 1 o'clock flight, was supposed to land in Chicago, 3:30 Chicago time. 10 minutes before we were supposed to land in Chicago, the pilot comes on the intercom and he goes, "Hey guys, I'm so sorry to inform you, but there was just a storm that already left Chicago, but the airport at Chicago O'Hare is completely backed up and we're not able to land, so they're redirecting us to Milwaukee, Wisconsin." Everyone on the plane was so pissed. I stayed calm. I knew this was a test of the universe. So I figured, okay, if this is what God wants for today, this is it. It sucked because we landed, we had to like stay on the plane so they could refuel it. They weren't even refueling it for us to get to Chicago. It was just being refueled. So we had to stay an hour on the plane so they could refuel this plane for whoever was going to be on it next, not us. We had to stay at the Milwaukee airport from 5:30 is when we finally got off the plane. 5:30, and I did not get on the plane to come to Chicago until 12:30. That's after midnight, you guys. So I stayed at the Milwaukee airport from 5:30 to 12:30. I don't even know what I did to pass the time, but I ended up landing. The flight's only an hour and a half to get to Chicago. I get to Chicago, it's like 2 a.m. or maybe 1 a.m. I don't even know at this point. I'm still tired because this was just a few hours ago. I get to my hotel, not this one, the previous hotel I was at before. And I didn't even get to experience that hotel. I had one night there and I basically just slept there because I checked in at 2 a.m. I showered, went to bed at 3 a.m. I woke up at like 8:30 because I normally, wake up around that time. I was so tired. I missed breakfast, which is very rare for me. I love my food. Missed breakfast, made a coffee, two or three coffees in my room, didn't eat anything, packed my stuff up, brought it to this hotel, left my luggage, went to go get my blowout because that was a collaboration I did with a salon here in Chicago. And so I'm so tired right now, but look where I am right now. I'm here filming with you guys and I got it done. It's my first episode. The universe was testing me and here I am doing it with you guys, filming my podcast. I'm so proud of myself. So just know that, like, when you think that things are going really shitty, and I used to think like this too, okay? It's not easy. It's not easy, but you have to change and redirect how you think, change your mindset. When something is really bad is happening to you, it's not the universe or God trying to put you down or forget about you or make you feel bad or useless. It's God and the universe is trying to test you to see if you will pass the test. Like, are you going to cuss out that person even though they're in the wrong and they're wrong? Or are you going to be the bigger person, forget about it, move on from the situation, and accept your blessing from God? I know it's like sounds easier said than done, but once you change your mindset, like, you're gonna get all these amazing blessings, you guys. It's like, I wish, most people, I wish they could just learn the lesson of don't think, why is this happening to me? Change your mindset and think, well, what is this teaching me? And once you learn the lesson, once God sees that you're not gonna yell at the person who's going off on you or the person who did you dirty, just move on, just accept it, move on. And then God's going to throw something 3 times the size of what you asked for into your life. I promise you that. It's happened to me so many times. Once I changed my mindset, that is just, it's a different way of living. And I wish it for everyone. I wish everyone can think like that. Before I even came to Chicago, like, just crazy things were happening. Like, I was walking with Louis in our neighborhood and he was in a stroller because we walked so far, like 2 miles. And this like dead palm tree branch comes off of a tree, and like we walk by this house every day, and the palm tree, like, there's no wind either. It just comes towards us, like as if something's throwing this giant palm tree leaf towards us. And it's a branch, I should say, like the size of this bed, okay? And it's coming towards me. Something tells me to turn my head and look. And I look, and there's like a dead palm tree branch coming at my head, which could have probably knocked me out. And I kind of have to like run a little bit and push the stroller because it almost hit me. I just feel like when you are about to become closer to your destiny, the universe will test you. Things will try to get in your way. You have to stay focused and stay positive. Be the bigger person and just imagine yourself already getting those blessings, and you will have them. And that is how I am going to close the podcast. I'm so happy you guys are with me here in Chicago. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening. I really just want us all to be successful. So cheers to that. And I'm actually going to have one of these strawberries. Can I tell you guys something really, really funny? I have been gifted chocolate-covered strawberries from many, many hotels in my career. And I have to tell you something funny. I've never actually eaten one. I've always just used it for content and photographed it. I do like chocolate. I'm not a strawberry person, but I'm going to try it for the first time ever because it's my first podcast. The chocolate's really good. Wow. Wow, it's actually really good. It tastes like Godiva. It's delicious. Wow. It is dark chocolate, which is not my favorite, but it's pretty good. So thank you guys so much for tuning in with me. The first episode of Jasmine Tosh Lately, and I hope you tune in for many, many more because we have a ton of episodes coming up around the world. I'm inviting you guys to come with me into my hotel room. Sit down, have some girl chat, get a chocolate-covered strawberry, and come hang out with me in my hotel room. And I will see you guys in the next episode. Ciao. Love you guys. Cheers.